Let's now find out the good news on the good news segment with Epi. Don't go.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Well, we're starting from Rwanda, where we actually have a company that is manufacturing environmentally friendly biofuels from waste.
Nice. Okay.
So they're called Habona.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing they do is they produce affordable and environmentally friendly biofuels. And
Okay.
this is coming from organic waste. The
Right.
CEO is actually Jean Bosco Nzeyimana. And one thing he said was that actually growing up in his village, one thing he realized a lot of people who were cooking relied on wood and charcoal. And this was not environmentally friendly. It was something
Okay.
that harmed the environment and
Yeah.
disturbed the health of the people who were actually using them.
Right.
Because those were always burning the wood and things, coughing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was growing up, he decided to come up with an idea that could actually solve that problem.
Right.
And then he identified another problem that could actually become the solution to that. So that was waste. I mean, they had so much waste in his neighborhood. And he
Right.
thought, why don't I use this waste or convert this waste
Right.
into briquettes for, safe cooking?
Great thinking. Okay.
Yeah, so they have briquettes. Some of them also called pellets, and he mostly gives this to the small and medium scale enterprises because those such
Yeah.
as bakeries and those who do a lot of cooking and stuff.
Okay.
And then also spending a lot when it comes to charcoal.
Yeah.
And we know it's like a chain reaction. Once you're looking for more charcoal, it means more trees are being
More
cut
trees
down
would be
elsewhere.
cut down,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
Which is not something that should be done, you know?
precisely. So I think he decided that fine, let's solve a problem of waste and let's
Okay.
use it to also solve the problem of cutting down trees and then
Okay.
clearing health issues that we actually get from using this
these.
charcoal and then the wood.
Alright.
And that's how come he came about with Habona.
Habona. You have the meaning of Habona?
No.
Okay.
So he says what they do is they collect organic materials in the form of kitchen waste and
Okay.
agricultural leftovers like maize husk, rice husk, and after they dry all of them, they have a machine that actually grinds the waste and then they compress it. So the compressor then it activates lignin, which is a chemical that is a composite of all the organic materials and it acts as a binding agent for all the things they've actually compressed together.
Right. Okay.
Yes, so they're actually out there in Rwanda. They're supplying major clients, they're supplying small scale clients. But they
Yeah.
believe it's better for people to actually turn away from wood and charcoal, looking at the clean energy, which is it's an amazing way because it actually is in a way goes a long way to help in saving the climate.
True.
Yes, which is something
A
he is
major
really
issue.
focused on. Yes, something he really is focused on. So
Right.
you can just go to www.habona.com, or if you're in Rwanda, just next time you're thinking of going to buy charcoal or firewood, just ask around for Habona
Habona.
briquettes or pellets and try and use that instead of the charcoal.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Well, moving on to our last, I think today I only got two good news
Two good
stories.
news, right.
The next one happens to be Safeboda.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's actually, they call it your city ride.
Okay.
Yes, but one thing,
Safeboda.
yeah, Safeboda. One thing they are doing is, they're trying to make sure that everybody has access to safe mobility,
Okay.
and then also they are modernizing the informal mode of transportation.
Right. Okay.
One thing they've realized is that people actually, there are a lot of road accidents.
Uh-huh.
The numbers keep going high.
Uh-huh.
When you actually go to them, they tell you that it's as high as the people getting.
This is happening where? In Kenya?
This is actually as high as people getting,
Okay.
people who are actually getting HIV/AIDS around. So
Right.
they believe that it's something they say
Oh, okay. That's what the people say.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
because
Right.
they're just trying to tell you the rate
how
at which
how
people
fast?
accidents,
Yeah, how
yes, are
high
happening
it's
in
happening.
the country,
Right. The rate. Okay. Okay.
So they aim to modernize it, and they actually have it's motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's an app you also need to download on your phone. The
Right.
interesting thing is, it's not just like pick me up and then just drop me here. But then, aside picking up and dropping, you can actually do quite a number of things with the app.
Okay.
So you have easy access to order a ride in minutes. You can also
Right.
send parcels to friends and family safely, and it's going to be delivered.
Yeah.
Now you can also buy airtime through the Safeboda app for yourself and for family members. You can simply just go cashless if if you're using Safeboda. I think it's important because of the COVID-19.
Okay.
Less contact with physical cash, so you
True.
pay through the app, and you
Okay.
can actually send money to family and friends as well through the same app.
One app, multiple functions. Yeah, beautiful. Okay.
So they make sure that all their drivers are trained in road safety, first aid, and bike maintenance, and also, most importantly, customer care.
Right.
And then they equip them with hair nets and then a spare helmet for passenger.
Wow. I think you mentioned something that I think is very important, that every transportation company should actually, be added to their, training workshop that they, organize for their drivers and everything. First aid. I think it's very important because
very.
some of our drivers out there know nothing.
About
No,
first aid.
exactly. So they don't even. Some of them don't even have this first aid, box in their vehicles and all of that. So I think it's very important, and this is actually a very good one, an exemplary one for that matter.
Now, they also have an identifiable and trackable system. So, I mean,
Right,
if
okay.
you're bothered about being kidnapped or
Mm-hmm. It can
getting
easily
lodged
be
or
tracked.
they can be tracked.
Right,
They're
right.
followed. Your route has already been put down.
Okay,
And then you can be taken safely to your
fine.
destination.
Absolutely amazing.
I think it's a nice way of
Oh,
putting
yeah.
the whole motorbike business in a different light.
Yeah, yeah. Now that we're seeing the, surging or springing up of Okada riders in Albais, Ghana, of course, you'd want to look at a different way of regulating them. Something like this wouldn't be bad at all, especially with how, high of a risk it is in terms of transporting, passenger and all of that. It's very important. Okay.
Well, that's all we have for good news.
Great. Thank you, Epi. Log on to africaglobalradio.com for more good news from across all the continents of Africa and, of course, in the diaspora. I mean, anywhere, there are good stuff, good things that global Africans are doing, conscious African minds are doing, projecting good values. I mean, that's where the issues of, he is not good enough to do this. We debunk that because there are people out there. And not just Africans, like I said, global Africans in the diaspora, conscious African minds out there are doing great stuff. And we definitely will be bringing you that as we come by them. I am Barry Musa, 26 minutes past 1 p.m. We're headed all the way to 3 p.m. GMT. You can listen to the show live on africaglobalradio.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Africa Global Radio. Follow us on Facebook, Africa Global Radio. On Twitter, AF Global Radio. Tweet at us using the hashtag The Africa Daily Show. AGR On Demand is the podcast version that you can listen to, play it back at your convenient time when you missed a live one. Yeah?